Hello, everybody. Welcome. Surprise. I'm excited to be live with you guys. I am going to try to put comments up on my computer because it seems like when I'm on a device, it like buffers and like stops and then like goes and then stops. If I'm on my phone, it tends to be fine. But if I am, hey Susan, hey Amy, it seems that if I am on my phone, it's fine. But if I'm like on an iPad or something, it's not fine. So I'm going to try and just have comments up. Hey Bobby Ann, see, like I think that this is going to be better. I think that I can see comments better. Now let's just see if I can get the right. Come on in and hang out with us. I have a bunch of stuff we're going to do tonight. Okay, so I don't think full... Hey, Jen. Jen was just here. Hey, Kathy. Your package is in the mail to you, Kathy, just so you know. So we have a lot to kind of chat about. The first thing is that I have the new calendar up. And I've done some, hi Ruth, I've done a few fun things this month. I did a little bit of a not a redesign, but I just updated it a little bit. All of the items that are in blue are all of the things that are going on. Like if I have a blog post or like our paper party is this weekend, any of that is in blue. You can see the last day to sign up for Paper Pumpkin. When the Simply Sweet Stampers tutorial comes out, all of that is in blue. And then all of the orange pieces here are different crafty things that you can do. So like make a project with this color combo. And actually one of the projects that we're making tonight is with that color combo. So I have a couple of those on here. These are new. I added these this month thinking that it would be fun to have kind of a color combo. And with those, you guys just use your best judgment. So I used, and I'll tell you when we do the project, this is Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, Blushing Bride, Bermuda Bay, and Pool Party. But just whatever it looks like to you. It doesn't have to be exact. You could use 2 of the colors or all of the colors. Same thing with this. I know this looks black, but it's actually Evening Evergreen. So just, if you want to use those color combos, it's a nice way to just have a little bit of fun with your creating. So I put this on Facebook. It will be on my blog post. You can click on it and print it from my blog post after we're done here. I will have that written and up for you. And so that is fun right here. It has the information. This is the last month for celebrations. So currently there are 28 days left for celebration. So any of the celebration items that you want to have, you will need to make sure that you get them right away, right? So that is our monthly calendar. The host code is up here. You guys, the host code is now posted in lots of different places. So it's always on this calendar. And then also it is on my, this is on Facebook as well. And it is my ordering specials. So the February host code is on there. It tells you what dates. And then on my brand new website that was just redesigned and it got a little facelift. It is now at the top of my website. So if ever you're looking for the host code, those are the places you can find it. There will always be a graphic on Facebook with, whatever the ordering special is for the month. And then also the host code. And then it'll be at the top of my website. So this month's ordering special is really fun. You will get a set of the In Color rhinestones. And I have customer packages going out next week. So if you received, if you ordered in January December or January, you're going to get a packet from me of your ordering specials. Everything just came into me last week with my paper party items. So I got my tear and tape, and then I got the glass fauceted gems. So if you ordered in December or January, you'll get a packet from me of items. So just so everybody knows. So this month you'll get the rhinestones, and then this is on the clearance rack currently. This is a great item on the clearance rack. You get the whole set of designer paper, which I think is 48 sheets. You get these felt pieces, and then you get 2 pieces of twine. So what the other part of the ordering special for this month is you will get a 1/4 pack of this designer paper, a 1/4 pack of the embellishments, and that will coordinate with a card class that will be 5 different cards that you will get to make. You will get an exclusive video for that. So that is when you place a $50 order with me. You also get access to the online class for the month. So tomorrow is when our Blessed to Craft make and take an online class will come out. And so you will also get access to that. So February is going to be a fantastic month for you to order. You'll get your celebration item when you order $50. You'll get your rhinestones plus your class kit with the paper, and then you will get the card bases to make the cards. And I'm doing that just for fun this month as we close out celebrations. And so that is the ordering special for this month. So that is what's happening with that. So now I want to share with you guys some brand new product that is in the store, and it's an out of production set of product, meaning this product is not in a catalog anywhere. And so Stampin' Up! Is doing this more, and I will tell you there is another one coming next month that is amazing. In fact, I pre-ordered it today. So as a demonstrator, I get access a month early to everything. So if you want to get access to everything a month early, all you have to do is purchase the starter kit. I know it seems scary. It seems like, oh my word, then I'm a demonstrator, then I have to do all of these things. You don't have to do anything. Right? Like, you can't make me do anything. Did any of you with kids ever hear them say that to you? You can't make me do that. No, really, you don't have to do anything. You just get, it's just like a Costco membership. Like, you pay the money, you pay the fee to be, to have that Costco membership, and then you get benefits by being able to go and shop at Costco. So it's the same thing. You purchase the starter kit. It's $99. You get $125 in product. Plus, with celebrations, you get 2 stamp sets of your choice. And then it ships to you for free. So you save shipping. And then you get access to everything early. So the thing that came, I ordered this last month, and I haven't played with it really. I haven't really had time, but this month it's available for customers. So we have 10 brand new set of blend markers. So let's go through each of these. These are called the natural blends. So these are great for like when you're doing skin coloring, and the stamp set that goes with this, you'll see the hands. And so you can color all of the, like skin tones. They're great for that, but they're also going to be great for lots of other things. Now, I'm not a big colorer person. Like, I don't do a lot of coloring. It's not my favorite thing, but these are going to be great. You guys know that I prefer to use alcohol markers when I am coloring because they're so forgiving. Like, even if you're not great at coloring, they're so forgiving, and they come out so, like, your project will come out so beautiful. So even oftentimes when I'm not blending, I still use the blend markers. So this is a chart that Stampin' Up! Provided for us, and I printed it on basic white paper. Whenever you're using alcohol markers, you want a paper that is friendly with alcohol-based markers. Basic white cardstock is one of those friendly cardstocks. And the way you do it, these are numbered just 100 to 1,000. So 1 through 10, basically. And the idea of this chart, I didn't really like the way it was going. I didn't really like the way I had started out, but you put, you know, all of them across here, and then you put all of the colors down, and then you blend them. And obviously if you're blending 10 and 10 together, it's not going to be anything. So I didn't need to do that. And then you blend 10 and 9 together. These come in a pack of 2, but they're not like our other blends. So this isn't like a light and a dark, like you're not getting, let's see, this is the 10. And then if I can find the 9, I'll show you. So these two come together. So this is 10 and 9, and they come together. But this isn't a light and a dark. Like typically our blends are, you get a Calypso Coral blend, and then you get a light and a dark. And then you take those two blend markers and you blend them together. So that's not how these come together. They're not coming as a light and a dark. They're individual colors. And then any of your blends, you don't have to just take a set of blends and blend them together. So you don't have to just take Calypso Coral and blend them together as the Calypso Coral. You could take Calypso Coral and blend it with Real Red. Or you could take, I took Purple Posy and Highland Heather and I blended those together. So you don't have to keep them in there in the colors they come in. That's just typically what you're probably doing, like as when you're coloring something, that's probably what you're doing. But with these, they come 2 to a pack, but they're not meant for dark and light. So I hope that is clear. I was confused at first when these came out. That part confused me. So these are going to be individual colors, and you're going to blend them using, you know, all kinds of, you know, all kinds of the different ones you're going to blend together. So that's what the chart did. So I got to about here and I realized, well, this is kind of crazy because this blending 7 with 10 right here is the same as blending 10 with 7 right here. Like it's literally going to be the same. And so I was like, I don't know that I want to fill this chart out this way because I don't know that it's helpful. And also blending the very, you know, the darkest one with the lightest one, it's not going to blend well because that's not going to work. So what I did is I started blending them just the way that I would reach for them. So like this is 4 and 2. 4 and 2 don't come together, right? You're going to get 1 and 2 together and 3 and 4 together, but 4 and 2 blend really nicely together. So this is just sort of my combination of like, if I'm looking at these and I want to blend something, I'm going to just pick out what stands out to me. And that's what these are. So like 7 and 8 blend really well together. Those, I'm not positive if those come together, 2, 4, like 6 and 7 are going to come together, right? Or no, maybe 7 and 8 will come together. So some of these that do come together are going to blend really nicely. But so that's what this is. This bottom part is just me blending what I thought, you know, what I thought I would like. So these come in 2 in a pack, right? And they're $9 a piece, just like our other blends. They just are they work a little bit different in the way that they're coming packaged together and the way that they're blending. So I love having this. I also got some more blend storage. So I use the Stampin' storage, the Stampin' Up storage from Stampin' Up. And so I got a couple more marker trays to be able to fit these. There's 10 of them, okay? So, and on my blog post and after this live, I will put this in the supply list, all of these items in case you're wanting a direct link. But I love these, so they were great. So I wanted to share that with you. And then the set of paper that comes in this is this really cool black and white paper. And most of you guys know that my studio is done in, my decor is black and white. And then the accent color is Bermuda Bay. So I love this paper. I will probably get a couple more packs of it just because I love like this. I absolutely love that. I have washi tape that is like this. That is amazing. So just these black and white designs. There's some black with hearts. I love this one. right? So cool. You're gonna have lots of different projects that you can do with this. Now, a couple of the sheets have the images from the stamp set. So these are the hands, the like pinky promise. There's a, like, you could do this as a rainbow, and then there's these hands here, which is cool. You could fussy cut these out. That would be really cool to do. You could fussy cut that out and put it on a card. There's the leaves, the stripes, more black and white. And then these. Jen, who's on here, she stopped by my house a little while ago, and I was showing her this paper, and she had such a cool idea. She was like, you could color the hands rainbow, and then you could fussy cut them out and put them on a card, and that would be really cool. I never would have thought of that. I don't love coloring people just because I feel like I'm not really that great at it, and so I really struggle with it. But that was such a good idea to do. So this paper is called, it is not called Sunshine and Rainbows. I wonder if my thing it must have got mixed up in this. That must have been sitting there and I must have pulled it out. I don't have the bottom sheet to this. It's black and white paper. It is the all together or here together items. And then next is the stamp set. It is a red rubber stamp set. I love the sentiments, and we're going to use the sentiments from this stamp set in the project. In fact, I just realized that I pulled this one out to use for our project today, but I think I'm going to use this one instead. So we'll use the sentiments, and I love the sentiments in here. I think they're really, really great. It is a really great bundle, and it's a great, the blends are really great. So I'm going to do 2 cards for you guys because I just want to chat and catch up with you guys and, share some things with you. And I thought it would be better to do this on a live. And the 2 cards are going to be exactly the same, but we're going to change up the color combo for them. So let's go ahead and get started with this set here. So this paper here that we're going to use is this paper here, which is the celebration paper. And I pulled out all of the sheets of color, right? And then I cut 2 inches and I just die cut the hearts. From that, I used this die cut, and this is from the Sweet Conversation bundle. It's the heart die that goes with that Sweet Talk, Sweet Conversation paper. So I cut a heart out of each of the colors, and I did that for both cards. They're going to look exactly the same, just different color combos. And the paper I did for this one is just our basics. It's our basic papers. So you'll see that too. So these are going to be simple cards, and they are going to have a lot of white space. And then we're going to do some heat embossing. So I'm starting out with a piece of basic white cardstock, and this is thick basic white. So it's the thicker 110 pound cardstock. Okay, so the next piece I have is a piece of regular basic white, which is 80 pound. And I have embossed it with an embossing folder. You could use any embossing folder you want. And that is going to go right here. Now, this is a standard A2 size card. So I just took one piece of basic white cardstock. I cut it at 5.5, and then I just folded it in half, which is at 4 1/4. It gives me a standard A2 size card. Then this piece, I took 1/2 inch off. So it's like 3 3/4 by 5. And that's going to go right in the middle. And you don't have to do anything else to this, actually, if you didn't want to. But we might emboss it a little bit. Now, what I want to do is I want to just take these hearts. I originally saw this, sort of this card idea or this card layout from Cathy Z. I never say her name right, but she was I think it's funny. She was a scrapbooker. I followed her a long time for her digital scrapbooking inspiration. And she's a scrapbooker turned card maker, which I think is funny because I feel like I'm a scrapbooker turned card maker. So we're going to do something like this with these hearts. We're just going to layer them. And then I want to add a sentiment above this. But I've already embossed this, right? So how am I going to get a really good, clean, embossed image when I've already dry embossed this part? Well, I'm going to show you. That's why I'm here, right? I got to find what I'm looking for here. And my back just popped. Oh, here it is. I forgot where I put it. Okay, so I need... Okay, I gotta pull this whole basket out. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my... It's not a Stampin' Majig. What is this called? Stamparatus. That's what it's called. Oh my gosh, Linda. Linda says, I watched you all day. I was traveling again, just got home. So glad I caught you. Oh, Linda, you're going to get tired of me. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so we're going to use the Stamparatus. And we're going to keep these away from each other. I probably should like wrap something around them. So if this is about where my hearts are going to be, I'm just going to follow Cathy's design, basically. And I just loved it so much. Now, the other thing that I want to say about the stamp set, I noticed, can you guys see that? I noticed with my stamp set, it was not cut correctly. This happens from time to time, the way that the stamps are created. I noticed this when I was putting the stickers on. So it's kind of a bummer. And if I was a customer, and if I wasn't a seasoned stamper, I would call Stampin' Up! Or I would call my demonstrator. If this happens to you guys, you just contact me or you contact Stampin' Up! And they will replace it. You just say, the images on my stamp are not centered, and it does cause a problem with your stamping. It does. And so I would do that. I'm fairly confident that I can figure it out, and I don't need to bother Stampin' Up! Or cause, you know, the loss of money, I guess, on there. But if you are a customer and you, particularly if you're not a seasoned stamper, that's going to frustrate you to have a stamp that looks like that. So please always, for sure, contact me if you're purchasing product from me, or contact Stampin' Up! Directly, and they will replace it. They're wonderful doing that. They're not going to question you. They're not going to... they will just say, okay, we'll send you out a new one. So what I want to do first, because that's sort of messed up, is I just want to go ahead and test my stamp. So we're going to open that. So now I'm just going to test it with ink. I'm not going to emboss it. So let's just grab, it doesn't even matter. Like, let's just grab Poppy Parade. And we're just going to test. Is this dry? Is this dry as a bone? So that's not bad. See, I feel like I can deal with that. So now if I were to put this right over that, this is how we're just going to test. Yeah, I think that that's going to be good. Okay, so what we want to do I think that's straight enough for me. Always test stamp. It never hurts to test stamp, right? Okay, so now I need to clean this off. The rest of this is going to go by so fast, you guys, once we get everything set up and I show you what I'm doing. So let's clean off the Poppy Parade. And I do need to re-ink that ink pad. It is pretty dry. Poppy Parade is one of my favorite colors. And one of the other fun color combo, there's a reason we're using that particular color combo, and you guys are going to want to stick around to find out why. Okay, so I'm going to grab my heat tool and get that plugged in, right? And then what we're going to do is we need Versamark. Okay. And I'm pretty nervous that all the red isn't off that. Okay, it is. All right. So, and then we are going to use, we're going to use gold, I think. Yeah, I have gold right here. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use Versamark. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment. And the reason we're using the Stamparatus is because if we need to add more ink, I'm going to do this twice because that's embossed. So it's raised. And I want to make sure that there's good coverage on that. I'm going to lift that. And then what I can do is bring this over. Ooh. I got a little bit on there. So this is Gilded embossing powder. It's by Brutus Monroe, and it is the Gilded color. And I love it. You guys, honestly, I stopped using Stampin' Up's embossing powder because I felt like it wasn't that good, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to say that. I don't like saying that, but I feel like this gold embossing powder is way better. The way it melts. So that's pretty cleaned up. So now what we're going to do is turn on the heat tool and we're just going to let it heat up. I'm going to look for some adhesive while it's heating up. Oh, hey, Laura. I'm so glad you caught me live too. Okay, so now that it's heated up, we're going to melt the embossing powder. And because we were able to stamp that twice, we got really good coverage. Look at that. That is so fun. Okay, I'm really nervous about this ink that I got on my fingers because everything's white. It's like I never wear white clothes because it's always a mess. Okay. So now what we're going to do is add some foam. I'm going to use this foam here. And I want it to pretty much cover the entire panel here because this is not only dry embossed, which is when you use an embossing folder, it is also embossed with embossing powder, right? So we've done quite a bit to this little panel and it is just in our 80-pound cardstock. So I want it to be nice and sturdy. So we're going to add that. We'll bring our card base back. And the second one we do will go faster since I've already kind of explained the process. So we'll pull the backing off and then we're going to add this right in the middle. Love changes everything, and I believe that. Okay. Okay. Now let's bring our hearts back. And I want the side of this like marble. I mean, you could use this side if you wanted, but I really like this marbled side. So what I'm going to do is flip them all over, and then we're going to add adhesive to all of these at once. I need to change this. This is out. And I sort of don't feel like changing it right now. So we'll just use some liquid glue. And some of these, I guess we could pop up if we wanted. And with these, I don't really think that it matters much the colors. And the perfectionist in me is going to want to layer these like the perfect way. And I'm going to just try to not. Like, I'm just going to try to get over it and just layer these. Just layer them and not worry about if they're perfect or if they look too lined up or if they should be tucked differently, or like however they go on here is how they're going to go on here. As I mess with that last little heart. Oh my gosh, you guys. That is my kind of card. Look at that. Okay, so now of course, what do we need next? Of course, some embellishments. Okay, I want something gold. Look, I have these. That's not going to be the right gold. What about these? These might work. The lighting's not great in here tonight, guys. It's later than I normally go live. Okay. I don't have any little, I don't have very many little ones left. So let's just add a couple. Like so. You guys know how it's done. Look at how beautiful that is. Okay, so are you ready for the really fun one? And there's totally a reason I want to do the next colors. And of course, I think this is a brand new Wink of Stella. Yeah, this is a brand new Wink of Stella. So that's going to be easier. To add to these hearts. When your Wink of Stella is new, it's easier to add it to like such a large. Okay, that's the weirdest. Oh, that was so weird. That was my computer. I don't know what that was about. That's concerning. Okay. So just a little sparkle. I don't know if it's even really coming up on camera. Okay, so now let's do the second one, and let me show you a really fun second one. Okay, so we're gonna do the exact same thing, but I have these fun colors. And can anybody guess, I'm gonna lay these colors out. Can anybody guess what these colors basically are of? So that's the colors. I'm gonna prep let me put this off to the side so that you guys can still see the colors. And then I'm wondering if anybody will be able to guess why I chose those colors. And it's pretty random, so nobody feel bad if you can't, if nobody knows. It's probably because it's too random. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so the next thing, we're gonna do one thing different on this one. Okay, the one thing that we're gonna do different is we're gonna add more gold. So I'm going to take my Versamark ink pad and I'm just gonna run it on the edge I don't want it to be a lot. You can kind of swipe if you want this to be a lot. I don't. I just want it to be this thin layer. And then I'm going to dip it in there like so. And then I'm just being careful here. This embossing powder is so beautiful. I used it a lot during Christmas and I can't get over how pretty it is. So like I said, I don't want this to be a lot. So I'm going to come in and just clean up a little bit since I don't want it to be a ton. This is just a dry paintbrush and you can use it to swipe. This card I'm being really picky on because I really want it to turn out. Okay. So let's heat set this. Laura said, are those the colors of the striped paper you like? They could be, but that's not why I picked it. Cathy said the Brights. So these colors are from the Brights collection, except the pink and the Pool Party. So this is Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, Blushing Bride, Bermuda Bay, and Pool Party. So now we're just going to heat set the edges here. I think it's heating. It's hard for me to tell in this light. Usually I can tell, like when it changes, you can tell. Yeah, I think I got all of it. See how I just wanted that to be thin? Okay, so let's do these other two sides. And again, we're just going to repeat the process. So these colors, I'll tell you guys why I picked them, why I'm excited about them. These are the colors of my website. So they are the color that is in my logo. And as my website got a facelift last week, these are the colors that are incorporated into all of my design elements. And with the exception of Pool Party, I don't use a light blue. I was thinking I should add that light blue, but I do not know what that is. Hold on, you guys. I am getting nervous about that clicking sound. I do not know what that is. Okay. It's like something was sitting on my keyboard. Okay. I was thinking I should add that Pool Party color, and my thumbnails for all of my YouTube videos rotate between those colors. So I just thought it would be fun to make a card with that color combo. Since the website just got updated and I'm really enjoying it. It's a little bit to learn as things have changed a tiny bit. And remembering I had a little bit of a hard time remembering how to put the host code at the top of my website this morning. So I spent a little bit of time trying to figure that out, but it's just like anything else. You learn it and you get used to it. Okay, so now I'm going to heat this, and then we'll do the sentiment and we'll add the hearts. I think that I will give this card to my husband. I think that would be nice. I wanted to make him a card this week, so I think this will be perfect. Okay. So, and it's a little bit warped. So again, when we add our foam, we're going to add a lot of it. Okay. All right. So I know that I have announced in a couple places that you guys might be a part of. I know I announced in my membership group and a couple other places. This week has been, the last week has been a little bit difficult for our family. My husband is losing his job in a couple weeks. It just is like, honestly, a casualty of COVID. He's a tow truck driver, and the owner of the company is selling the towing part of the company because it's just been hard the last 2 years with COVID and the way things have been. And so we got news last Tuesday, it's been 1 full week, that he will not have a job in 3 weeks, in 2 weeks now, 2 weeks and counting. And it's been a really difficult week. There's been a lot of, last week was really hard. I had to pull away a lot from doing work stuff to deal with family stuff. We're all pretty devastated. My husband loves his job, and it's just been such an amazing fit for our family. And I'm not so good with transition and with change. And so it has been really difficult. I feel like that got a little crooked. I maybe should have double checked that. So we are processing through that and trying to figure things out and make plans, and he's looking for another job, and quite possibly he will more than likely have to go into a different field, which is hard. So it's been a lot. I'm going to let this heat up for a second. So we'll let it heat up for 1 second. And the other difficult part of this, I can see a couple places that it didn't melt, so I'm going to go over that as well. The other difficult part of this is the fact that I have pulled back a little bit with my Stampin' Up! Business as I've been making some changes. So it's not the best time in the world for business to not be going good for me. It happens, right? When it rains, it pours, right? So that is something that we have been dealing with, and probably a reason I have been more absent this last week. We have our paper party, my paper party with Pip, coming up this weekend, and thank God for Pip, because she has done a lot of the work on the Facebook page and getting all of that set up, and I haven't even had time to film my videos for it, and she has just been so amazing. I'm spending tomorrow filming videos for our paper party and looking forward to crafting with everybody this weekend, because I just think I need some crafty therapy. And, you know, I have faith. I have faith in God, and I have faith in, you know, in things that they will work out. And I know it will be okay, but it's really, really hard. And honestly, the hardest part, you guys, is I just feel really angry at COVID. I feel really angry that I haven't really been angry. That's not an emotion I have experienced with COVID. I know it is a emotion that lots of people have felt with COVID. It just hasn't been a emotion that I have faced with COVID, and that has been really hard this week to just, I'm not an angry person, right? I really believe in being positive and looking at things and being grateful, and I don't spend a lot of time being negative. I certainly am not like everything is always just rainbow and sunshine, but typically it's just not an emotion that I face very often. And it's been hard because I've been angry at COVID. I feel like it's just one more thing that COVID has taken from all of us. And I've had to kind of process that while keeping the spirits up in our house. So that is, it's just a struggle that I'm having. And you guys know I always share with you guys because it does affect it certainly does affect when I'm working. I didn't get to sleep until almost 5 a.m. this morning because I just laid there and was worried about the transition and worried about what's going to happen and the unknown and all of it, and just sad for it. And so it definitely affects the way how I show up, where I show up. And I'm doing my best to, it's like I want the Bermuda Bay heart because it's, that's my favorite color. It's like I want that one to show more. So that's what's happening, you guys. That is what has happened this week. And I have not, not that I haven't, I did post a few places with it. I've talked about it a little bit, but I also just wanted to be in a better place when I kind of shared that is what we're going through. And thank you guys for, I'll get emotional. Yeah. I just thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And your messages, I appreciate it. And, I feel like I'll keep you posted on, he has a couple, things that we're hopeful that will work out and we will be okay. We have, we've planned appropriately, I guess is the right word. And I'm not worried that we won't be okay, but, it's definitely a transition. And there's a sadness. I feel like I also had to realize that it was okay to be sad about this. There's people that he works with that he, loves working with, and we love seeing him go by in the tow truck, and he's, he honks at the kids when they're playing outside on the trampoline. And oftentimes I will be working at my desk and on my computer, and I will see him go by, and there's a comfort to that. And, I'll see him go by, and then, it'll remind me to say a prayer for him or to pray for the company, or, it's what we do. And so, I just love the way this turned out. These are so fun. So there is a little bit of sadness and processing that. So that's what's happening, you guys. And I appreciate your kindness and understanding. And of course, your prayers. Of course, I appreciate those. All things work out together, right? It's for good. So these are the cards. What do you guys think? So I really love this one with the gold. And I love how the gold, sometimes I make it like messy when I do the gold outline. I will make it messy so it kind of looks torn, like a little bit like torn. I really love how straight the gold line came out on this. I feel like maybe it's not the best lighting. I'm gonna go up so I can see. Yeah, the lighting is a little bit hard. Let me hold it up. And I love this marble paper. You could do this with any paper, you guys. And think about any different shape. You could do this with hexagons. You could do it with like just squares. They could just be squares of colors. You could do this with punches. Like, I mean, it is endless, the possibilities. Right? I love it. Let me come down and read comments. Oh, thanks, Rosemary. Yeah, transition is hard. We have a lot of transitioning happening in this house. Violet, our daughter that's autistic, will be going to middle school this fall, and she will be going into a completely different school with a completely different team of people. And then Kayla is starting high school. There's so much transition, you guys, and I am not good with change and transition. Your Stamparatus, Jen. Oh, this is the perfect thing. I don't use this very often. I have both the Stamparatus and I have the Misty, and I don't use them very often. But there are projects that I totally get them out for, and this is one of them. Being able to emboss that cardstock first and then put your sentiment on there is so perfect. So I just want to know in the comments, you guys, you can do this on YouTube as well, and I'm gonna pick a prize to give to somebody. Let's see. I have something. I have something around here. I mean, I have a ton of things around here. Let me grab something. Okay, these are fun. These are iridescent pearls. These were back from a couple catalogs ago. So I have to pick a winner for the collapsible trash can. I still have that. So I'll do both this week. So leave a comment here on Facebook and on YouTube. Let me know which one you like better. The like the subtles, the marble paper, or the brights. The website colors. And then I'll pick a winner to send this to. Okay, so I have that sitting aside, and I'll pick somebody to send that to. And you will also you'll get this, and then you'll get whichever card I'm not going to give to my husband. I'm probably going to give this one to him. So you'll get this card to go with it. I will include the card I just made. So just leave a comment. Thanks, Linda. I appreciate it. I appreciate those prayers. Laura said, I gotta say the gold edged one with the website colors is the winner. Love the brights, the best. Yeah, I have to say this one, I have been like itching to make this card since I saw Cathy do it. So Cathy Z, I will leave her video for her card in these comments. And if you're on YouTube, you just search Cathy Z. I think maybe I can leave it in the comments. Her card is what inspired this card. It was not my original idea. Rosemary said, oh my, you do have a lot going on, but many, many prayers will follow you through it. Love to you and your beautiful family. Thank you, Rosemary. I appreciate that. Linda said, brights catch my eye. And then Rosemary said, brights, absolutely. This is like the clear winner, the brights. So when you see this on YouTube, make sure you leave me a comment. I'm not live anymore on YouTube, but you can still leave a comment and I will pick from both. I can combine both places and pick. So, and again, if you're on YouTube, please do all of the fun YouTube-y type things, like subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and then hit the bell so you can be notified. I'm currently uploading every Tuesday and Friday. Tomorrow I will have our February online class, our Blessed to Craft out. So there will be an extra video this week. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to stick a photo of these onto Facebook, and then on my website, I will leave measurements for these cards. They're super simple. It's just a regular card base at 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then the only layer is 3 3/4 by 5. So it's a super easy card to do, and then just the die cuts. And again, you could use your punches. You could use other dies, other shapes would work as well. So yay. Thank you, Rosemary. Thanks, Jen. Little shout out to Blessed to Craft. Jen is part of the Blessed to Craft Make and Take gals, so she gets the make and take every month. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this evening, and I will catch you again tomorrow with our class video for February, and then I will catch you on Friday. I have a really fun video for you on Friday that's actually already done. So, you know, that's one thing that is off the list, right? I'm doing pretty good. I have my Friday video ready for you guys. So thanks, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will chat with you guys later.